Blade is the gift that just keeps giving, at least in terms of YouTube content, because it's just a shit show. Just a shit show. Mia Goth has come out and said, don't know what happened. Don't know what's going on with Marvel's Blade. Got no idea. Just sort of unravelled. But in this interview, this sort of excerpt anyway, there is some interesting piece of information. Like how close they were getting to production before they just canned it. So, yeah, I thought we'd take a look. Because like I said, this is the gift that keeps on giving. In terms of content, at the very least. I've done a lot of videos on this. Tracking it from the original rumours that were being released. Right the way through to that Variety article. Which then subsequently confirmed the rumours. Which was massively funny. Because when those rumours came out, everyone was like, Marvel couldn't possibly be doing that. The rumours were, of course, if you didn't know, you don't remember... Marvel's Blade was going to be a period piece about women's issues, and Blade was going to be relegated to like a background character, and it was going to pass the torch to his daughter. Now, I know you heard that and probably went, what? Yeah, well, that was confirmed by Variety. That was confirmed, and not much has really happened now, to be honest. Just sort of languished around. Although I will say, comically, Mahershala Ali and Mia Goth have both made very, very comical statements every single time they're interviewed about this. Like, oh, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, give me a shout, I guess. Yeah, let me know when you want to do it. And just, yeah, very funny. Very, very, very funny stuff. So, like I said, thought we'd cover it because I'm, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. I keep covering it. I'm going to keep going, aren't I guess. But this is just the latest. And like I said, there is some interesting stuff in here. So, yeah, let's take a look. Also, I hope you're having a great Sunday, everyone. So, Mia Goth is providing an update on the status of Marvel's long-delayed and beleaguered take on Blade. So funny. In an interview with Josh Harowitz for his Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, the Frankenstein star said she is completely in the dark on what's happening with the project, saying she began preliminary production processes after being cast and that the film unravelled from there. Yeah. This film, by the way, has been going now for... God, how long? When was Blade announced? $2019. Jesus. It was announced in 2019. The original release date, I've forgotten this, was 2023. That's mad, isn't it? That's mad. Wow. Sorry, just had to remind myself. That's mental. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with that, she said. I think that they want to make it. And it's such an important film for them that they're taking their time with it. Well, that's comical anyway. The fact that she's like, well, I think they want to make it. It's like, yeah, brilliant. Well done. But just don't at this point. Just don't bother. Honestly, just don't bother. Don't bother. Because there's been such build-up for this movie, it's ultimately going to be incredibly disappointing anyway. Right? It's one of those things. There was the Black Adam, for instance. Black Adam was a movie that took fucking ages to get made. Let's have a look, because that was another one which just took ages. When was Black Adam announced? 2014. Black Adam was announced in 2014. Mad. Absolutely mad. And then it was released in 2022. And that's another film that just... It was never going to live up to any amount of hype. And when it comes out, you're ultimately going to ask yourself, why did it take so long? That's what's going to happen with this. Just don't bother. Just don't bother. I really don't have any information I don't know why it's taken the time that it has, but we will see, right? She continued, and this is what's interesting. The furthest that it got with me, they flew me to Atlanta, and we did a chemistry test between Mahershala Ali and I, and we did a costume fitting and a wig fitting. And I was very excited in the direction that it was going. It was very cool, and Mahershala had such an interesting take on it, and he was great. And then it just unravelled from there, unfortunately. Well, again, that's relatively close to production. Like, that's costuming. And we know anyway, right? We know that the period setting was true. We know that they were getting so close to starting filming. But then they sold off all of the costumes, which was confirmed here. Goth became attached to the project in 2023. Comical, after it was announced in 2019. Why stop announcing films that are not close to production? And it had been reported that the new iteration would be a period piece, as the Lost Project's costume pieces, designed by Ruth Carter, were recycled for Sinners, Ryan Coogler's vampire horror film set in the 1930s. The Odyssey actress was rumoured to make her MCU debut as Lilith in Blade, known in the comics as a key supernatural villain. Honestly, just don't bother. Marvel, just don't bother. Because when this comes out, if you do make this, when it comes out, people will just ask, why did it take so long? This is mediocre at best. That's the truth of it. So this summer, boss Kevin Feige noted that the project remains in development, with Ali still attached to star as the Daywalker. First originated on screen in the 90s to early aughts trilogy starring Wesley Snipes. And there were 4 versions of the film in development, including 2 period pieces, though Feige said that the creative team had landed on modern day. And that's what we're focusing on. Why did it take you that long? Why did you get to the point where you were making costumes? Like, how bad is this, man? Announced in 2019, then a release date of 2025. Obviously, that's not happening anymore. That's actually been pulled. This is so bad. People say it was the pandemic. Yeah, maybe. And then there were some strikes that caused some delay. Yeah, maybe. But you still announced it in 2019, and it was no closer to being released at any point in time. So funny. And Feige said we didn't want to put a leather outfit on Ali and have him start killing vampires. Well, that is what people want. You can start and have a good script and make it a great script through production, but we didn't feel confident we could do that on Blade. We didn't want to do that to Mahershala and didn't want to do that to us. So funny. So you didn't want to follow your normal Marvel filmmaking process, which is what they call plussing, which is just literally writing as you go along. So funny. There you go. Just don't bother. Just don't bother. It's pointless.